This is Nick Poulos from Municipal Waste, and I'm blowing it up on Capital Chaos TV.
Hi, this is Amphitheater from Capital Chaos TV. I am with Nick from Municipal Waste. We're going to hang out, talk about Warped and everything in between. What's going on, dude? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, today was one of the rare days when I woke up pretty early, and we unloaded the truck, restrained my guitar, had some breakfast, went and got like the beer, and I did all my rounds pretty early in the day, and then realized that we don't play till last tonight, so I have nothing to do really besides just kind of hang out and take it and hang out with you guys. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Cool. So tell me about Slime and Punishment. This is your 6th album, your gift to the world. Just how does that feel? Number 6, dude.
Well, it feels good for me. I mean, it's the first record that I've been on, but I had a pretty big, decent chunk of, writing and, all collectively, of course, but it's nice, and it's definitely something to feel proud of. The record charted, did really well. It's definitely still selling really well, and it's just fun being on tour and promoting it, and I think all the guys are really stoked on it. Like I said, I'm kind of new to the band, but we've always had like working relationships and other projects and bands and stuff, and just the addition of me, I feel is like it's like a great transition into being like a 5-piece, and I don't think those dudes would want anybody else to do it, so I said sure, of course, yeah. And we're super proud of the record. I mean, we worked really hard on it. We basically composed it over some time. I mean, some of the stuff is like a little bit older that the band never really got to use, and then some of it's all pretty fresh, like fresh ideas from everybody. And we're stoked, absolutely.
Right on. All right, so let's talk about merch. You guys have a Donald Trump shirt, I understand. So you want to share a little bit about that? How has that been received?
Oh, so yeah, we got this shirt where Donald Trump's blowing his brains out, and it was actually Landfill's idea of the design. I think it came into fruition about a year and a half ago, and 2 years now. Shit. But yeah, it's very highly well received, and I think people are extremely stoked on it. I was like saying to you that one person so far on the Warped Tour was like kind of like some mad old dad. Came up and was like, I love the band, I love the thrash, but I really don't like what you guys are doing with the president. And I was just like, hey, buddy, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, you don't have to buy the shirt, and he just kind of went off on this like tirade, and I was like, dude, just take off, and then he kind of got upset, so to speak, and I told him to go, go suck an egg. So at least, But yeah, the shirt's great. I think it's a classic design. We have a giant banner of it too. It's like it's like this massive banner that we take when we do like bigger shows out in Europe and stuff. But yeah, people definitely love it. I'd say there's a lot more people that are into it than people that hate on it. And it's fun. All tour. Every day kids just walk up and like take photos and just like giggling. People who like heard the band before. So it's funny, watching people like get different reactions and getting kicks out of it,
Awesome. All right, so tell me, Warped is about to end. There's 2 days left. What are you going to do on your first day off?
Well, we're going to drive all the way across country. So that's going to take about 2.5, 3 days. And then we're home for about a day, and then we fly out to the UK to do Bloodstock, like a big festival in the UK. So I don't really have that much time off, And then, actually, like after the festival, we have a few weeks, and then the other guys have some side projects that we'll be doing some stuff, and other bands that we all play in. But that's pretty much it. I mean, we're going to be pretty consistently busy throughout the year, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, why not?
Right, exactly. Why not? Why not? So if you were in a plane going over the ocean, and you were told it's going to go down, and you knew that you could only listen to one song in those last moments of your life, what song would it be?
I don't know, because it's like I'm trying to think if I would go like heavy or soft, right. I mean, I guess I'd have to probably choose something heavy if I'm going to die, but I don't know. Maybe I'd listen to like something happy. Maybe I'd put on like Mr. Blue Sky by like Electric Light. Just something to put me in a good mood. Or yeah, I don't know. You know, I could say like Carcass or something. You know, like Merciful Fate, like something like my favorite band. But I'd probably go soft. I think I'd pick an Electric Light Orchestra song. Yeah.
All right. So then, best 3 albums of all time, in your opinion?
You know, it's like I love and I hate these questions.
I know.
You know, it's like
Your fans want to know though. They want to.
yeah. Okay. Well, I obviously am a huge fan of just music. Period. I don't know. You know, heavy metal, punk, crossover, goth, industrial. You know, like 80s anything. You know, it's like. Oh man. Yeah. Carcass. Necroticism is probably one of my top 3. Go ahead. I have like the Tools of the Trade tattooed pretty huge on my stomach, so I guess I can go ahead and write that one off. Merciful Fate, Don't Break the Oath. Yeah, that's definitely one. A very, very obscure, unknown band by the name of Talon, Never Look Back. It's like a German heavy metal band. That's definitely one of my favorite records. But yeah, like I said, I just listen to so much music, you know, and I'm like the kind of person since I was like a teenager that just falls into wormholes. You know, obviously it used to be tapes and whatever back in the day, and now you have this new age of internet, and you know, and now it's like I can just find things that obviously would never exist or have ever surfaced. So it's like, you know, but yeah, I mean, those are probably for right now. I mean, it's like my musical taste, it always changes. Mm-hmm. So for right now, those would be, but the Carcass record, that would always be like a staple. Yeah.
All right. You heard it. There it is. All right, dude. We'll go ahead and sign off. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to meet with Capital Chaos TV. Seriously. Is there anything that you want to say to your fans or anything that you just want to let them know?
Yeah, just, I don't know, keep supporting your local scene. I don't know, go to shows, you know, discover new music, get into anything that's like something that you wouldn't really necessarily like or, you know, I mean, the sky's the limit. Thrash is cool, metal's cool. Beer's cool. I don't know. Just, you know, just take care of yourselves.